It's great for them. I'm just looking around the empty dome at the moment and imagining it on Wednesday night. I can't wait to bring the players here and see how they relish it. I think that hopefully it'll stand them in good stead for their careers to come, and they should really relish it and embrace it and go and enjoy the experience.
Is there a sense of excitement at the training ground just now in the build up to this game?
Basically, we're trying to keep them on the ground rather than bouncing all over the place. But if you can't get excited about a game like this, National Stadium against Celtic, you can't get excited about anything. So it's making sure we channel those energies in the right direction.
As you say, how do you perhaps get them to focus? Coming to a stadium like this, they've probably seen it on TV, they'll have seen their heroes play here.
Yeah. Well, what you do is you make it really simple for them. I think that the mind can only retain so much when it's in a stressed state. So we make sure we break the messages down. We don't give them too much to think about, and really release them off to go and be free and enjoy it and express themselves, because they're here because they're talented footballers. They're here because they've worked extremely hard. So I think it's harsh of a coach to give them so much stuff that they're constrained. We want them to go out and express themselves and really go and showcase what they're all about, as you said to begin with.
Yeah, you have got a young squad obviously at this age group, but that aside, you'll obviously want them to go out there and, as you say, express themselves, enjoy themselves, but really make sure they make the most of the 90 minutes.
Well, in the competition so far, we've got an average age of 17 and a half. In an under-20s tournament to reach the final, I think it's a fantastic achievement for the players. But you want to go and finish the job off. You want to go and win the game. We're not going to just come and make the numbers up and actually be thankful to be here. That's not how we operate. The players will be asked to perform. The players understand what it means to play for the football club. But as young men, going out something like this will allow them the odd lapse, as long as they make sure that they get back on it and make sure that they go and represent themselves in the club in the right manner, as I'm sure they will, as they have done all season.
Do you feel that the boys have overachieved this season, if you can overachieve at Rangers?
I think they're a couple of years ahead of cycle, if I'm honest. I think we looked at this team, we thought it would be a stretch for them, given how young they were, to reach the Youth Cup final. They've managed to do that, they've managed to achieve that. It was actually one of the targets they set for themselves in South Africa, so now we can go and exceed that by going and winning it, so it's good in that regard. But every single player that plays on Wednesday can play again next year, and I think that's a great thing for them. It's a real good plaudit for them and for the club, because strategically we've made that decision to actually get rid of our older players, make sure the younger players can come through and give them a pathway, and we envisage a struggle. It's been a challenge to get to the final. It's been a challenge in the 20s league, but I think we will reap the long-term benefit of seeing these guys struggle now in a controlled manner, so that they'll be better players in the longer term.
We've also spoken to Ross McCrory, who of course was involved with one of the younger players a couple of years ago here, so he's really benefited from that, and you can just see the experience that he gained from it.
Absolutely, and he's really benefited from going out on loan and playing against men. It's what the 20s is about. It's about making sure that these guys get to experience playing against men on a regular basis, then coming back into this competition to play against their own age group and experience some success, hopefully. We've got a couple of guys out on loan though that won't be actually considered for this game. So Ryan Hardy and Jordan Thompson, although they were bending my ear yesterday, they're not going to be considered, because it's more important in their long-term development that they play first-team football on Wednesday. Would our team be strengthened by having them in? Possibly, but we're not looking just at Wednesday. We're not looking at just at the end of the season. We're looking for 18 months, for 2 years, and making sure we put the appropriate plans in place to stress all of our players, to stretch them, to make sure they get the right growth that we want.
Have you got a decision to make in terms of some of the younger boys that perhaps, as you say, will be itching to play, but you maybe just got to hold them back a wee bit?
Well, basically, I'm always the bad guy at this moment, because I tell the people who are playing and who are not playing, so I have to make sure that I balance what I say with how I deliver it, and make sure I take young egos into account and manage any disappointment, because every member of the squad is going to be needed. If you get on the pitch or you don't, it's making sure the squad stay together and we support one another. So that's what we'll be endeavouring to do, making sure they're not only they're good footballers, but they're good teammates as well.
I know it'll be a squad effort this week, but in terms of some of the fans who'll come along to see your team maybe for the first time, who would you say are the sort of key men, the boys who you'll be pinning your hopes on?
Obviously the captain, Ross, he's benefited from playing men's football. He's a very good athlete. He'll come back into the team. Aidan Wilson's been run with the first team quite a lot. But there's a number of them across the pitches that you can look at and say, I can actually pick you up and take you into the 20s team. And I'm not just talking about my group or the 17s group. There's some in the 16s group that you could consider, and you'd be reasonably assured that they do a good job. So I think it'd be wrong just to point one or two out. I think all of them need to realise that not one person's going to win it. They need to make sure that they stick together and follow what we're going to give them to do, and put up to a really, really good test, a real good struggle, and manage themselves in the right way.